God is trying to help you before it's too late. Listen closely, because this is not something you can afford to brush aside or delay for later. This is a moment that could quietly change the direction of your entire life if you truly receive it. I am reaching toward you right now because you have been walking near a turning point without fully realizing how close you are to something that could either lift you or break you, depending on what you choose next. This is not about fear, it is about truth, and the truth is that I have been trying to guide you, warn you, and protect you in ways you have overlooked or misunderstood. You are not hearing this by accident, and if you stay with this, you will begin to understand why your heart has felt restless, why certain doors have closed, and why something deep inside you has been whispering that change is necessary. Type Amen to affirm. You have been asking for help, even in silent ways, through your thoughts, your worries, and the moments when you felt like giving up, but did not. I have heard every one of those cries, even the ones you could not put into words, and I have been responding, but not always in the way you expected. Sometimes my help does not look like immediate relief. It looks like interruption, delay, or even discomfort, because I am trying to move you away from something that would harm you in ways you cannot yet see. You may have felt confused about why things are not working out as planned, but what you are really experiencing is protection that is shaping your path before it is too late. There are choices in front of you right now that seem small on the surface, but carry deeper consequences than you realize. I see where each path leads, and I am trying to steer you gently toward what will build you instead of destroy you. You have been sensing this, that quiet hesitation before making a decision, that feeling that something is not right. That is not fear, that is me guiding you. I do not force you, but I do reach for you, and right now I am asking you to pay attention in a way you have not before. If this is touching your heart right now, take a moment to like this video as a simple act of faith, because your response matters more than you think, and it opens you to receive what I am placing before you. There are people around you, situations unfolding, and patterns repeating that are not random, and you are being called to see them clearly. I have been placing signs in your life, not in loud, dramatic ways, but in subtle, persistent nudges that keep appearing again and again. You may have ignored them before, telling yourself it is nothing, but deep down you knew something was off, something was trying to get your attention. That is because I am trying to help you before the consequences become heavier, before the weight becomes harder to carry. You are not alone in this, even though there have been moments where it felt like you were standing by yourself, trying to figure everything out without guidance. I have been right there, watching, protecting, and adjusting things behind the scenes in ways you cannot fully see yet. Every delay, every closed door, every unexpected turn has had a purpose, even when it did not make sense to you at the time. I am not trying to take anything good away from you. I am trying to position you so that what comes into your life will truly align with your purpose and not lead you into regret. Type 1111 if you believe. You have been stronger than you give yourself credit for, and I have seen how you have endured things that could have broken you completely. But strength alone is not enough if you continue walking in directions that slowly drain you or pull you away from what you are meant to become. That is why I am stepping in now, not to control you, but to awaken you to what is happening around you and within you. This is a moment of awareness, a moment where you can either continue as you have been or choose to listen and adjust your path while there is still time. There are blessings waiting for you, real ones, not temporary comfort, but lasting peace, growth, and fulfillment. But those blessings require alignment, and alignment requires honesty with yourself about what needs to change. I am not asking for perfection, I am asking for willingness, a simple openness to recognize where you have been ignoring truth and where you need to trust me more deeply. You have been trying to handle everything on your own, carrying burdens that were never meant for you to carry alone, and it has been exhausting you in ways you may not have fully admitted. I am calling you to release that weight, not all at once, but step by step, choice by choice. Start noticing what drains your peace, what pulls you away from your purpose, and what leaves you feeling empty instead of fulfilled. Those are not things you are meant to hold on to, even if they feel familiar or comfortable. I am guiding you towards something better, but you must be willing to let go of what no longer serves you. You are not too late, but you are close to a moment where your choices will begin to shape your future more clearly than before. This is why this message matters. This is why you feel this urgency, because there is still time to turn, still time to listen, still time to step into what I have prepared for you. I am not here to scare you. I am here to save you from what you cannot yet see, and to lead you into what will truly bring you peace. There have been times when you felt like everything was falling apart at once, and you wondered why life seemed to press so heavily against you. But what you did not see was that certain things had to break so that they would no longer hold you back. I have been clearing space in your life, even when it felt painful, even when it felt confusing, because what I have for you cannot fit into the life you were holding on to before. You may have grieved losses, changes, and endings, but those were not punishments, they were necessary steps towards something better. What if a tiny 7-second brain ritual could erase your debt and open the door to real abundance? A leaked CIA document has revealed a simple 7-second method now helping everyday people get out of debt and draw in wealth. Tested by 4 leading neuroscience labs, this easy home practice is turning money problems into better lifestyles. People are getting new homes, cars, and travel experiences. But this information could be removed at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You are beginning to understand now that not everything that leaves your life is meant to be replaced in the same way. Some things leave because they have completed their purpose, and holding on to them would only keep you from growing. I am asking you to trust that process, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it challenges what you are used to. Growth rarely feels easy, but it always leads to something greater when you walk through it with faith. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. You have been standing at a crossroads without fully realizing how important this moment is. The decisions you make now are not just about the present, they are shaping what your future will look like in ways you cannot fully see yet. That is why I am speaking to you with urgency, not to rush you, but to awaken you. I want you to move forward with awareness, not blindly repeating what has not worked before. There are influences around you that you need to examine more carefully. Not everyone who is near you is meant to walk with you into the next chapter of your life. Some have been part of your journey for a season, but they are not aligned with where you are being led now. This does not mean you must carry anger or resentment. It simply means you must recognize when it is time to step into a different environment, one that supports your growth instead of limiting it. You have felt this before, that subtle distance growing between you and certain people or situations. You may have tried to ignore it, hoping things would return to how they were, but deep inside you knew that something had shifted. That shift is not something to fear, it is something to understand. I am guiding you toward connections that will strengthen you, inspire you, and help you become who you are meant to be. There are also habits in your life that need to be addressed, things you have allowed to continue even though you know they are not helping you. These habits may feel small, but they shape your days, your thoughts, and your direction more than you realize. I am not asking you to change everything at once, but I am asking you to begin. One step, one decision, one moment of choosing differently can begin to create a new path. Type 222 to receive blessings. You are not expected to have all the answers right now. You are not expected to see the entire path ahead of you. What I am asking is simpler than that, but just as powerful. I am asking you to trust the guidance you are receiving in this moment and to take the next step with intention. That next step may be something small, something that seems almost insignificant, but it matters more than you think. You have spent time doubting yourself, questioning whether you are capable of handling what is ahead, but I have placed strength within you that you have not fully tapped into yet. You have already overcome things that once felt impossible, and that same strength is still within you now. Do not let fear convince you that you are not ready, because readiness is not about feeling completely confident. It is about choosing to move forward even when you are unsure. There is something important about this moment that you need to understand clearly. You are being given a chance to realign your life before the consequences of certain paths become harder to change. This is a gift, even if it feels challenging, because not everyone receives this kind of awareness before it is too late. You are being given time, insight, and guidance so that you can choose differently. You have been praying for change, for breakthrough, for something to shift in your life, and this is part of the answer to those prayers. Sometimes the answer is not immediate transformation, it is direction. It is a clear understanding of what needs to change and the opportunity to begin that change. You are in that moment right now, whether you fully realize it or not. There is also something within you that has been waiting to grow, something you may have ignored or set aside because life became overwhelming. That part of you has not disappeared, it has only been waiting for the right time to rise again. I am calling that part of you forward now, because it is connected to your purpose, your joy, and your fulfillment. Do not dismiss it, do not push it aside again, because it is meant to be part of your life moving forward. You are not meant to live in constant struggle, even though it may have felt that way for a long time. Struggle can shape you, but it is not meant to define you forever. There is a shift coming, but it requires your cooperation, your awareness, and your willingness to step into something new. You cannot hold on to the same patterns and expect a different outcome, and you are being given the clarity to see that now. I am not distant from you, even when you feel unsure or lost. I am closer than you realize, guiding you through thoughts, through feelings, through moments of clarity that appear when you need them most. You may not always recognize my voice, but you have felt it, that sense of knowing, that quiet certainty that something is right or wrong. That is how I reach you, and I am reaching you now more clearly than before. As you move forward from this moment, pay attention to what you feel drawn toward and what you feel pulled away from. Those feelings are not random, they are part of the guidance you are receiving. Trust them even when they lead you out of your comfort zone, because your comfort zone is not where your growth will happen. Your growth is waiting just beyond that, and I am leading you there step by step. There is a quiet strength rising within you, even if you have not fully recognized it yet. It shows up in the way you pause before reacting, in the way you question what used to feel certain, and in the way you are starting to seek something deeper than surface comfort. This strength is not loud, but it is powerful, and it is guiding you toward wiser choices. You are not the same person you were before, even if your surroundings have not fully changed yet. Type 1010 if you walk by faith. Could a CIA-revealed brain ritual be the quickest path to a life of luxury? Newly uncovered CIA research has exposed a powerful brainwave method that is helping ordinary people attract wealth almost immediately. This 7-second at-home ritual, verified by 4 neuroscience labs, is shifting people from debt to dream houses, cars, and trips. If you are seeing this, you are fortunate because this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments to learn the secret before it is gone. You have spent time trying to hold everything together, trying to keep peace in places where peace was not meant to stay. But you are learning now that not everything is yours to fix, and not every situation is yours to carry. Some things are meant to be released so that they can stop draining your energy and your spirit. Letting go does not mean you failed. It means you are choosing to protect what is within you. There are moments when you feel like you are standing alone in your decisions, especially when others do not understand why you are changing. They may question you, doubt you, or even try to pull you back into what is familiar, but you must remember that your path is not meant to look like theirs. I have placed a unique calling on your life, and following it will sometimes require you to stand apart from what others expect. This is where your trust becomes important, not just in me, but in what I am doing within you. You may not have all the explanations, but you have the feeling, the knowing that something is shifting. That knowing is not something to ignore, it is something to follow. I am guiding you through it, even when the steps feel uncertain. There is also something you need to understand about timing. You have felt impatience, wondering why things are not happening faster, why certain doors have not opened yet. But timing is not about delay, it is about preparation. I am aligning things in ways that require patience, because what is coming needs to meet you in the right condition, and you need to be ready to receive it fully. Type 555 to affirm. You have asked for growth, for change, for something greater, and that request is being answered. But growth comes with transformation. Transformation requires you to release what cannot grow with you. It requires you to step into unfamiliar spaces, to trust when you cannot see everything clearly. This is not easy, but it is necessary, and you are being supported through it, even when it feels challenging. There have been moments when you almost turned back, when you felt like returning to what was easier, even if it was not right. That is part of the process, and it does not mean you are failing. It means you are human, navigating something new and uncertain. But each time you choose to keep moving forward, even in small ways, you are strengthening your path and your purpose. You are also being called to pay attention to your inner voice more carefully. There have been times when you ignored it, choosing what was convenient instead of what felt right. But now you are learning that your inner voice is one of the ways I guide you. It is not loud or forceful, but it is steady, and it speaks truth even when it is uncomfortable. Listen to it, because it is leading you away from harm and toward clarity. There is a deeper peace available to you, not the kind that depends on everything around you being perfect, but the kind that comes from alignment. That peace begins to grow when you start making choices that reflect who you are becoming, not who you used to be. It may feel unfamiliar at first, but it will become your foundation as you continue forward. You are not being asked to have everything figured out, only to remain open and willing. Each step you take with awareness creates momentum, and that momentum begins to shift your life in ways you will start to notice. It may not happen all at once, but it will happen steadily, and it will be real. Trust the process, even when it feels slow, because it is leading you somewhere meaningful. There is also something you need to release within yourself, and that is doubt about your worth and your ability. You have questioned whether you are deserving of better, whether you are capable of stepping into something greater. Those thoughts have held you back more than you realize, but they are not the truth. You are worthy, you are capable, and you are being guided towards something that reflects that. I have not brought you this far to leave you where you are. Every challenge you have faced, every moment you thought you would not make it through, has been shaping you for what is ahead. You are stronger than you know, and you are more prepared than you feel. Do not let fear convince you otherwise. As you continue forward, you will begin to see things more clearly. What once felt confusing will start to make sense, and what once felt uncertain will begin to feel steady. This clarity will not come all at once, but it will come as you keep moving, keep trusting, and keep listening. You are not walking blindly. You are walking with guidance, even when you cannot see it fully. There have been moments when you felt like you were waiting for a sign, something obvious, something undeniable. But what you are receiving now is deeper than a sign. It is understanding. It is the ability to recognize patterns, to see intentions more clearly, and to sense when something is right or wrong without needing constant reassurance. This is growth, and it is a gift, even if it feels uncomfortable at times. Type 1212 to claim miracles. You are beginning to see that not everything deserves your energy, your time, or your attention. You have given too much of yourself in places that did not return that same care, and it has left you feeling drained. That cycle is coming to an end, but you must be willing to change how you respond. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It is necessary for your well-being and your future. There are situations you have been revisiting in your mind, trying to make sense of them, trying to understand what you could have done differently. But I want you to release that burden, because not everything that happened was within your control. Some things were meant to teach you, to reveal truth, and to prepare you for what is ahead. You are not meant to stay trapped in those thoughts. You are meant to learn and move forward. Is it actually possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial hardship into sudden prosperity? A leaked CIA-backed study introduces a short money ritual that is already changing lives. Approved by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to pull money toward you. People who were once struggling are now living their ideal lives with luxury homes, new vehicles, and travel. But this information may not stay online. Click the description and comments now before it is permanently removed. You are also being called to strengthen your faith in a more grounded way, not just in moments of need, but as a daily foundation. Faith is not only about asking, it is about trusting, even when there is silence, even when things are still unfolding. It is about believing that I am working in ways you cannot see, even when the results are not immediate. This kind of faith will carry you through what is coming next. There is something shifting in your environment, something that may not be obvious yet, but you will feel it. You will notice changes in how people interact with you, in how situations unfold, and in the opportunities that begin to appear. This shift is part of the alignment that is taking place, and it will guide you toward what is meant for you. Stay aware, because these changes will require you to respond with intention. Type 1010 if you trust God. You have been holding on to certain expectations about how your life should look, and those expectations have sometimes caused disappointment when things did not unfold as planned. But I am asking you to release those rigid expectations and allow space for something better. What I have prepared for you may not look exactly like what you imagined, but it will fulfill you in ways you did not expect. There is also a need for you to trust yourself more deeply. You have questioned your instincts, doubted your decisions, and second-guessed your direction. But you are learning now that your instincts are part of how I guide you. When something feels right, when something feels off, that is not random, it is direction. Trust it, even when it challenges what others say or expect. You are not meant to live in constant hesitation, always waiting for perfect certainty before taking a step. Growth requires movement, even when you are unsure. It requires courage to act on what you feel is right, even when the outcome is not fully clear. You are being prepared for that kind of courage, the kind that moves forward with faith instead of fear. There is also something important about the way you see yourself. You have carried doubts about your worth, your abilities, and your place in the world. Those doubts have limited you more than you realize, holding you back from stepping into opportunities and experiences that were meant for you. It is time to release those doubts and begin seeing yourself through a different lens, one that reflects truth instead of fear. I have placed value within you that does not depend on approval from others. You do not need validation from people who do not understand your path. Your worth is not determined by how others treat you. It is inherent, and it has always been there. When you begin to truly believe that, your choices will change, your boundaries will strengthen, and your life will begin to shift. You are also being reminded that you do not have to rush everything. There is a balance between taking action and allowing things to unfold. You have felt pressure to figure everything out quickly, to make decisions without fully processing them, but that pressure is not from me. I guide with clarity, not confusion, and I lead with peace, not urgency that causes fear. As you move forward, take time to listen, to reflect, and to understand what is being revealed to you. This is not a race, it is a journey, and each step matters. When you move with awareness, you avoid repeating patterns that have held you back before. You begin to create a new path, one that is aligned with your growth and your purpose. You are not being left to figure this out alone. I am present in every moment, even the ones that feel quiet or uncertain. I am guiding you through thoughts, through feelings, and through the subtle ways that life unfolds around you. You may not always recognize it immediately, but you will begin to see it more clearly as you continue. There is more ahead for you than what you have experienced so far. More peace, more clarity, more fulfillment, and more alignment. But stepping into that requires you to trust what is happening now, even when it feels unfamiliar. You are being prepared, and that preparation is leading you towards something meaningful. You are stepping into a moment where your awareness is becoming sharper than ever before, and you can no longer pretend not to see what is being revealed to you. There is a quiet clarity settling into your spirit, one that does not come from outside noise, but from deep within. This clarity is not meant to confuse you, it is meant to ground you, to give you a steady place to stand as everything around you begins to shift. You are not losing control, you are gaining understanding, and that understanding is what will guide you forward. There have been times when you questioned why certain things kept repeating in your life, why the same kind of situations, the same kind of people, and the same kind of struggles seemed to follow you. Now you are beginning to see that these patterns were not random. They were lessons waiting to be recognized. Once you see them clearly, you are no longer bound to repeat them. That is the power of awareness. It breaks cycles that once felt impossible to escape. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. You are also learning that not every opportunity is meant for you, even if it looks good on the surface. There have been moments when you almost said yes to something that would have pulled you away from your path, but something within you held you back. That hesitation was not weakness, it was protection. I have been guiding you away from things that could have distracted you or delayed your growth, even when they seemed appealing at first. There is a deeper level of discipline being formed within you, not forced, but developed through experience and understanding. You are starting to choose what is right over what is easy, even when it requires effort. This is how your life begins to change in real ways, not through sudden miracles alone, but through consistent choices that align with who you are becoming. Each time you choose differently, you strengthen your direction and your purpose. Have you heard about the secret ritual the government does not want people to know? Imagine if just 7 seconds could clear your debts and bring wealth effortlessly. A leaked CIA report and 4 top neuroscience labs confirm this is real. Families who were struggling are now moving into dream homes with peace of mind. But this secret could be taken down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. You may still feel moments of doubt, moments where you wonder if you are truly on the right path. That is natural, and it does not mean you are lost. Doubt does not erase your progress. It simply challenges you to trust more deeply. You do not need to eliminate doubt completely. You only need to refuse to let it control your decisions. Keep moving forward, even when your confidence feels quiet. Type 222 to receive blessings. There is also something important happening within your mindset. You are beginning to let go of limiting beliefs that once defined how you saw yourself and your future. You are realizing that you are capable of more than you once believed, and that realization is opening doors within you. It is changing how you think, how you act, and how you respond to life. This inner shift is just as important as any external change because it shapes everything that follows. You are not meant to stay in the same place emotionally, mentally, or spiritually. Growth requires movement, and you are being moved forward, even if it feels slow at times. Do not measure your progress only by visible results, because much of what is happening is internal. You are becoming stronger, wiser, and more aligned, and that transformation will eventually reflect in your outer life. There have been moments when you felt like giving up, when the weight of everything felt too heavy to carry. But even in those moments, something within you kept going. That something is not just your strength, it is my presence within you, sustaining you when you feel weak. You have not made it this far by accident, and you are not being left to struggle without support. You are also being called to be more intentional with your time and your energy. Where you place your focus matters more than you realize. If you continue giving your attention to what drains you, you will feel stuck. But if you begin to direct your attention toward what builds you, you will start to see change. This is a choice you can make daily, and each choice adds up over time. There is a quiet confidence growing within you, one that does not need to prove itself to others. It comes from knowing who you are becoming and trusting the process you are in. You may not speak about it openly, but you feel it, and it is becoming stronger with each step you take. This confidence will guide you in ways that words cannot fully explain. You are also learning to let go of the need for approval. You have spent time seeking validation from others, hoping they would understand or support your choices. But you are realizing now that not everyone will see what you see, and that is okay. Your path is not meant to be understood by everyone, it is meant to be walked by you. As you continue forward, you will notice that your reactions are changing. Things that once triggered you may no longer have the same effect. Situations that once caused stress may begin to feel more manageable. This is a sign of growth, a sign that you are not being controlled by your environment, but are learning to respond with awareness. You are not being rushed, even if it feels like things are moving quickly. Everything is unfolding in a way that is meant to prepare you, not overwhelm you. Trust that the pace you are in is the right one, even if it does not match what you expected. There is a balance being created, and you are learning to move within it. There is still more ahead, more understanding, more clarity, and more growth. What you are experiencing now is only part of a larger journey that is unfolding step by step. You are not at the end. You are in the middle of something that is shaping your future in ways you will soon begin to see more clearly. You are now standing in a space where your awareness is no longer something that fades in and out. It is becoming steady, grounded, and present within you. What once felt like confusion is slowly being replaced with a quiet understanding that does not need constant explanation. You are learning to recognize truth without needing to overanalyze every detail, and that is a powerful shift. This is how your life begins to change from the inside out, through clarity that cannot easily be shaken. There is something within you that is no longer willing to settle for less than what aligns with your purpose. You may not have all the answers yet, but you feel that pull towards something better, something more meaningful. That pull is not imagination, it is direction. I have placed it within you so that you will not remain in places that limit your growth or dim your light. Type 1010 if you trust God. You have also begun to understand that your past does not define your future, even though it has shaped parts of who you are. There were moments that left marks on your heart, moments that made you question your path, your worth, and your direction. But those moments were not meant to hold you in place. They were meant to teach you, to strengthen you, and to prepare you. You are not meant to carry them as weight forever. You are meant to carry them as wisdom.